finishing this one out?
I think just mental mistakes. I felt like we play with the right mindset tonight, and we just got to sustain adversity a little better. I think mentally more than anything. We gave ourselves a chance to win this game. I think we're down 5 with 2 minutes left, and we a little more mental toughness, and we can flip that over.
How did you try to approach Jokic, and how successful do you think you were just in trying to make it as tough as possible on him?
Just try to make him work. Try to bother him as much as I can, and then be aggressive. On the other hand, he's obviously probably one of the best offensive players in the history of the game. So it's always a fun challenge for me.
Strongly guarding Jokic, did that help you get going offensively?
I don't know. I try to separate both. I try to just, offensively, just be aggressive, and no matter what happens defensively, and also if I don't, I don't get going offensively, I know that I got to be who I am defensively anyway. So just try to be present, every possession, no matter what happens, and there was some good stretches. There's some stretches when I made a couple of mistakes. I think I can definitely be better next game.
You've talked a lot over the years offensively about the importance of your teammates trusting you to find you and to give you the ball around the basket. Do you feel that trust today?
For sure. I mean, it's we have a lot of guys that can finish on this team. So just being able for them to make the right play and for me to just be in the right spot, and then we have to trust each other. I have to trust my teammates, and they have to trust me, and when we do that, great thing happens.
Rudy, the history of these two teams this is going to be a war. How do you prepare for that mentally, knowing that it's going to be you and Joker, just battling, and you might win one, you might lose one, but just that mental up and down?
Just like going to war. I mean, I never got to experience that in my lifetime, but it's really a mental game. And for me, just as a kid, I dreamed, to be in this position, to be facing the best players in the world. So just try to embrace the opportunity. And as a competitor, we have one goal, and it's to win a championship. So you just prepare as much as you can, and then once you win on the battlefield, it's just about being present, and just for me, it's just giving maximum effort, and then let the game take care of itself.
Denver had a lot of free throws, specifically Murray. How do you prevent fouling while also keeping up the physical aggression that you guys need?
I think a little more poise, and I think beyond just fouling, I think we got to survive the mental frustration of fouling. I think we have to understand that we are the underdogs, and that we're definitely not going to get more calls than them. So we got to accept that, and no matter what is being called on the floor, we can't let that distract us. I think tonight we had too much frustration that carried over on the next possessions, and if you want to beat this team, we can't have that. So definitely got to be better, not fouling, a little more discipline, while keeping the aggression and the physicality, and then understand that we can't control everything. So we got to control what we can control, and it's just being mentally tougher.
Rudy, seemed like the offensive process was really good in the first half. A lot of side-to-side movements, opened up opportunities to get into the paint. Why did that dry up in the second half, and what is the challenge for this team of carrying that process out for 4 quarters?
Keep the ball moving. Simple as that. We keep the ball moving. We keep running, transition, running for each other. We gave ourselves great opportunities to get easy baskets, and for everybody to get going. And I think that's where we are the most dangerous team. You know, we saw that in the first half. I mean, we scored 63 points in the first half, and it wasn't like we were making hard shots. You know, it was just playing within the flow. We're getting threes, we're getting layups, dunks, and second half we gotta be able to. We gotta try to be consistent with that. You know, take whatever they give us and make the game easy for ourselves.
Carrying that out over 4 quarters has been something that this team has long struggled with. Is that something you maybe foresee having to conquer to win this series?
For sure. I mean, once again, it's a very mental aspect of the game. You know, on both ends. I think it's if you're able to mentally stay disciplined, mentally stay poised, and stay focused, we're gonna be fine.
When you game plan for Jokic, do you prioritize like leaning more into taking away his assists or taking away his points or taking away his positioning? Are there prioritizations that you go into the game knowing you want to do? And if so, what were the top priorities tonight?
Like I say, just make him work for everything he gets, and as a team, you know, we gotta take away the other guys. I think they have a lot of talent, you know, and then we know Jokic is Jokic, but they have a lot of guys that when they get going, it's harder for us. So we gotta shut those guys down.
Rudy, you talked about it being a war and a battle, knowing it's going to be a long series, and you guys having a chance to win. I guess, how do you build on that, knowing that at the end of the third you could have maybe shut it down? I don't say shut it down, but knowing it's going to be a long series, that you don't fight to tie it back up and be right there till the end.
Just stay present, stay resilient, and keep believing in our goal. It's a long series, and we're facing a great challenge. So it's really, but we believe in ourselves. We believe in our team. We believe in everyone in this locker room. So it's really about staying mentally tough and overcoming adversity, taking care of ourselves, recover, and come back every game better than the previous game. You know, that's the goal.
Talking a lot about the mental side of this. What is it like on an individual level when in game one you play well, and like then going into the off days before the next game versus if you were to have a rough game one?
Whether you play well or you play terrible, game one is over. So game two is a whole new game. So we got to flush that out. You know, the results is the results, but I think the way we play is what really matters. And you know, we are individually, collectively gonna watch film, see the things we can do better, and come back ready game two.
Jaden said in the locker room, if you play like this, the way you played tonight, that you guys are gonna win this series.